This time on Woody's Garage, you meet the nicest people on a Honda, except Woody.
Well, today I decided to drag my 1964 Honda S90 out of the basement. I've had this bike for, I don't know, 15 years or so. I got it out of storage. Some guy just had it in storage. Got it with a bunch of other bikes. And it didn't have a headlight on it. I put the headlight on it. It wasn't running. Had lots of junk in the gas tank. It was pretty just dilapidated, like it still is. But I got it running. I have ridden it around the block a few times. It has one real weird, funky problem. And let me see. Forgot where they mount the solenoid. Oh yeah, I was missing some parts too, like that brake lever and stuff. Maybe the exhaust too. So, you know, you kind of cobble these things together and then you get a new project and start working on it, so you come back to it later. I had a problem with the solenoid. I can't remember where the hell it's mounted. It's inside that box in there. And when the solenoid was mounted, the engine would die. But when it was not grounded, just floating free, the engine would run fine, which is very strange. So I want to try to sort that out. See if I can get it running again. And also, the paint job on this is like a rattle can job, and I think it used to be white. Or at least the body used to be white. I don't know about the gas tank, so I was thinking about stripping it again, trying the acetone, but the paint job is, you know, it's pretty scratched down through the metal, so it's probably not going to look any good anyway. But I'm going to look it over, see if I can get it started. I'm also kind of at a standstill with the CT70. It's running pretty good. I run it around the neighborhood every now and then, and I have a whole list of parts I need for it, but for now there's nothing really to wrench on and stuff, so I'll just take it for rides and we'll work on the S90. And here's the spark plug. Wasn't in tight, which is usually the case because I'm always doing something to try to get it going. Now we'll see if we got spark. Answer no. This needs a battery. Look at this battery cover. I got this, I think, all the way from Indonesia on eBay. It has a cool graphic on it. So I think I need power to get this thing to spark. Spaghetti. Well, I half expected an obvious ground and an obvious positive. Could be this one. And not taped up. Why is it taped up? I don't know. Makes it seem like I was able to run it without a battery. Also looks like I was running it off the gas tank, which is a good sign. I remember there's a bunch of junk, like wrenches and rocks and stuff in the gas tank. Oh, I red coated it. You can see that, so that's good. And this wire goes to the points, which are up in here. I got my AC power supply, or my DC power supply, hitched up, set to 6 volts. These two red wires look good. I'm pretty sure that's them, and I'm just going to ground. Oh yeah. Pretty crappy spark, but it'll start it. So it's time to put some gas down the carburetor and let's see what happens. Obviously you can't ride it unless you have a very long extension cord. This crap going on, so I got the old 6-volt battery on charge, and I think we'll work on getting some connectors so I can hitch it up. I'm not quite sure which was the real ground, probably this green here. And then we could actually take it for a ride. I also got to figure out this solenoid thing. This is where the solenoid hitches up. And I remember looking down at it while I was riding and watching it arc and spark. It fell out of this hole, and it was just kind of going like, and you saw big sparks coming out of it. And so I screwed it down tight, and actually this nut was on it right now when it ran, so I'm not quite sure what the deal is. But when I bolted it down, it would not run. When I pushed it in so it wasn't touching anything, it did, so it was grounding out somehow. But like I said, right now it's running that way, so go figure. Yeah, that looks a little tamer. Just pushed all the wires back up in there. So I'll have to wait for the battery to charge. I clean it up a little bit. I use this stuff on the rubber. Sweet Car Projects guy on YouTube swears by this stuff. So it's on the tires. Still waiting for the battery to charge. Put some gas in it. The gas tank's not leaking. That's good, but I don't think it's getting to the carb. The battery's in. Gas is dripping from the carburetor in the petcock. Into the carb because it's leaking. Great stand. Yeah. All right, it'll run. I gotta clean the carburetor, and I gotta find out where this gas is leaking from too. Because if it's leaking from the carb's getting gas. The engine feels pretty good. A lot of gunk on that carb drain plug, and looks like I probably put mystery oil in the carb to let it sit. And that's probably gunked everything up. I'm starting to think that's not a good idea to do. Looks like a petcock works though. I've cleaned these carbs 8 million times. Alright, I fiddled with it a few more times. Got it running for short periods and I would just stop. I mean really short periods, would start and stop. Gas is getting to the carb, but I don't think the carb's getting into the engine. So it was kind of gunked up, so we'll clean that up. The timing is off too. It's kicked back a couple of times pretty good. Pretty stiff. I was kind of surprised, like a 440 Victor Special or something. So we got to do that too. So those are coming up next. Drain the gas out. Take a pee. Or the red shit. Oh, look at that jet. There's your problem, as Musty would say. Okay, we got to get some rags and stuff. Take these out. That's a main jet right there. I can't see nothing through that. That's your idle jet right there. This is the one that always is clogged up. And yes, it's clogged. I'll get the floats out of there. This was put on there so I could fit a pod filter on. Use some PP blaster to go through all the orifices. Use brake cleaner too, but it's so toxic. I like it. The idle adjust screw. The adjust screw here. For the idle circuit. Okay. I'm going to clean these up one by one. Shoot some air through the carb. And ultrasonic cleaning. You gotta hold on to them or they go flying. Alright, carb's on. No prime. I went around the block a few times. It's running really good. It's powerful, but it's leaking gas. Might have to adjust that float. I didn't have any gas in it, so it's good. But this is great.